I am very excited about today's tattoo. I am trying something new. So this is a new style that I've been trying to develop. It has a stained glass look with some components of different textures and things used in stained glass artwork. So I'm gonna walk you guys through today's tattoo, talk about what I'm thinking as I'm in my approach, decisions I'm making, and how I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm really excited. Let's get to the tattoo. So as you can see, we have our design ready. It's kind of like a framed out window with, the chains obviously and the knight, in the middle. The goal is gonna be to play with a couple different kinds of textures. The outside thick lines, the frame, I'm gonna do as you would have like the wiring and the interception in a stained glass piece itself. So there'll be some highlights on those thick lines. The internal, so the window itself, I'll just keep regular lines, we'll chop it up. I kind of simplified a lot of the shapes in the knight's face to make it look like shards of glass. So that will just be simple lines. And then we'll have many line weights, the thickness, there'll be, shine points, highlights on the thicker lines. So we'll try it out, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we'll be figuring this out together. I'm very excited. I think either way it's gonna look sick. This is something I would like to repeat in the future, this kind of style. So let's get to laying the stencil. So this is the stencil. You'll notice it looks a little bit different than the line drawing. These thick lines, I double lined. And I did that because like in the center points in the top, I'm gonna put white and shine points. So I wanted to be able to double line it and shade it in rather than run a thick line and try to blast white over it. So I'll be running the line a double line, and in the shine points, I'll leave negative skin so that the white has room. So we're putting it on the back side of the arm here. It just fits in there perfectly. So use the elbow to find my center point to the middle of the shoulder. This design's pretty symmetrical, so it's not that hard to find a good center. But we're gonna be looking at about there. Just a reminder, I'm using Ultra Black, Standard Black, 50% wash. I'm also running Bishop's new wand. There's not too much that's different with it. Really the main thing is the battery. This is one of the new batteries. Has a nice display, in comparison to the old one. The major difference is the ball bearings on the inside here. So it used to be magnetic, now it's the ball bearings to attach itself on top of the machine. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's running the same way. It actually feels like it runs a little more smooth. Like that motor going feels a little smoother, but we'll be trying it out today, see how we like it. So I'm gonna start here at the bottom, move my way up this way. We're gonna be focusing on these double lines, which are really just very thick black lines. I'm gonna start with my 3RL to carve out the side, the outside, and the inside of the line, and then I'm gonna be leaving space for the highlights. I'm gonna be running at 4.5, start it nice and slow. Just get a feel for the skin, for the client. So I'm gonna start with the outside of these. And I want my first highlight to be right here on the corners. I get my outside of the lines in there. And then I'm gonna get the inside. I'm gonna start to fill in the line. And then right around here is where I'm gonna leave the highlight point. So what I'm doing is making these corners my highlight points, and as I start to get closer to the corner, I fade it so that the concentrated highlight is in the corner, and as it spreads farther away, it kind of dissipates. I'm going to repeat this pattern throughout all the double lines. So let me get this little area done so I can show you how I'm doing this. So we're reaching the end of this giant tattoo. Definitely fun, definitely trying some new things in here. I think I'll be doing more of this style. And I'm glad you guys got to see a little bit into me working on something new, something a little out of my comfort zone. Just kind of finishing up the blacks, making sure they're in solid, and then I'll put some whites in. When we are done with this piece, this is the best part, and you know, throughout the black I left little spaces open of negative space so that later I could come back and put white in. And more importantly, like put white in a spot that is not tattooed yet, so it really pops. You can see that, you know, and I was like, it's almost like you're creating the highlight with the black so that it frames it out. Then you come back in and you put the white. It just really, like a game changer by leaving that little piece of skin untouched in there. So I'll be coming all around the piece with the white, just having fun, just really using highlights in this piece. This is something I don't typically do. Most of the time I'm not even using white in my tattoo. I think a good tattoo, doesn't need white. And I don't think a tattoo should rely on white, and one of the best ways to do that is skin tone. And then the white's just kind of a bonus, if it heals in there, awesome. If not, it doesn't matter because the piece didn't need it. So I always kind of look at white as a bonus. I think if you're ever relying on white to make or break your tattoo, you're gonna be disappointed. It does tend to turn yellow, it fades, so these are all risks we take. Sometimes I put it in really small spaces like I'm doing now. It can help with the black not closing in on itself over time, so that can be good. It's almost like you're opening those little spaces in between the black lines for that chain, and really making it pop. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and definitely stay tuned for more tattoos. Thanks for watching.